Hello and welcome again to RC Model Reviews, and this is another not so weekly news, and it's coming to you from my home office because outside it's raining again. It's been the summer that never was here in New Zealand, so I can't go and do it in the workshop because I don't have my little workshop internal partitioning done in my little inside roof, so you couldn't hear me over the noise of the rain on the iron roof if I was trying to film anything out there. And let's put the kibosh on doing a few videos recently, because there's not really much room here. If you could see what's over the side of the of this office, you wouldn't believe it, how much stuff is in here and how small this little space is. So that's why there haven't been any videos for a few days, but I have been working on them. And one of the key videos I'm working on, of course, is the FPV backpack build. And I'm pleased to say that this morning I got this big, actually it's quite a heavy box, and it's filled with all sorts of goodies. This is some voltage regulators, there are more voltage regulators, there's LCD displays, there's all sorts of goodies in there which are going into some of the FPV stuff that I'm working on, I promised you. And also what I've decided to do, because some people have been very kind and donated, to keep the channel going. I thought, well, about time I paid some of these people back. I try and do the videos, but I'd like to pay back a bit more too. So what I'm going to do is the backpack, this is my original prototype, the backpack I build for the FPV build video, I'm going to give it away. Give it away to some lucky subscriber to the channel who has actually sent me a donation. And it doesn't matter how much or how little you've sent, I'm just going to put all the names in a hat and draw one out. And someone will get one of these. They'll get the FPV backpack all built up with one of those really good 600 TV line Sony cameras, the really good ones, and they'll get a receiver, also built up from the design that I'll be publishing. They won't get any goggles, unfortunately, because they're like Mondo Deer, and they'll have to wait for the FPV visor or use their own goggles or use an LCD screen, because I can't really afford to splash out that much. But anyway, so you'll get the FPV backpack that I build up and the series, and I'm going to give two away. The second one will be a kit set FPV backpack, so I'm going to give you all the parts to build your own. And so if you want an FPV backpack, then hey, put your name on the, or just put a comment on the bottom of this video just saying I'd like the kit set FPV backpack or the built up FPV backpack, whatever. I'll go through and I'll pick two names from the list of people who put their stuff down there. Just make sure you actually have donated, and I will send them out to you as soon as the build video is done and as soon as I've tested it and it all works fine. So that'll probably be, realistically, probably a couple of weeks from the time you see this video. Anyway, so that's why I'll give them back to the people that have given so kindly to me. What else have I got here? Oh yes, the web server, the RC Model Reviews web server is being renovated as we speak. They're dusting the cobwebs out and evicting the mice and things. So it may mean that the website gets a bit broken from time to time. I notice now the forums are not working. The hosting company obviously is having a bit of trouble. So the forums aren't up at the moment, but hopefully they'll be back up shortly. And when that's done, the website should be much faster because it was getting a bit slow. And there'll be new features that I'll be able to put online because I've got more resource now. So watch out for that. I've got my usual list because I'm old and I'm older today. Actually, if you look at the age on my YouTube channel, you'll see I've actually aged a year very recently. So there you go, I'm getting older all the time. Now, this box of goodies, now remember I was saying I had trouble with Good Luck Buy. You saw me unwrap a package from Good Luck Buy. Utter completely useless they are. And in that respect, I have been trying to communicate with them. They sent me an email saying, please contact us, we'd like to sort things out for you. So I contacted them, and then I heard nothing back, and then they said, please Skype us. So I tried to Skype them and nobody answered, even though I did it at the times they recommended. And so I just completely give up on the buggers. Absolutely useless, don't touch Good Luck Buy, complete waste of time. But I found another company who deal only in electronic components, but they're Chinese based and they're damn good. They're really good at this package of stuff here. I ordered this late last week and it's now Wednesday. So it arrived probably in 3 working days, because there was a weekend in between. 3 working days from China, and it's stacked full of these goodies, and it was really well priced, and they really understand the importance of service. I chatted with them on their online help, and they seem to be really switched on. So that's Satistronics. There'll be a link in the bottom of this video. Satistronics. If you want some electronic bits and pieces, go there. Now, it's a provisional, thumbs up, because I haven't used any of these bits yet. I know some Chinese suppliers, maybe they're not what they're supposed to be, but I'll be using these to build up some backpacks and make sure that they all work okay. But certainly from a service perspective, Satistronics seem to be doing a very good job, and I thank them for the work they put in to get this stuff to me so quickly. Now, What else have we got here? Oh yeah, I was chatting to Free Sky the other day. They've got some really cool stuff coming up. You really want to watch out. This year is going to be very exciting with some of the products coming out of the Free Sky camp. They seem to be doing quite a bit with the S-Bus system, the Futaba S-Bus system, which I'm still not convinced is all it's hyped to be, but I'll get my hands on an S-Bus one day and I'll test it out. We'll see how well it works, whether it works as well as advertised, and what the deficiencies might be with S-Bus, because remember, it's a single point of failure. If the S-Bus plug falls out of your receiver, everything stops. Unlike a conventional star network that we have with our normal 2.4 radio gear, where if one servo lead falls out, all the other servos keep going. With the S-Bus, if the plug comes out, everything stops. So whether that's important to you, I don't know. Also look at the issues of, if you've got a large model and you've got one wiring loom, how much voltage do you lose along the way? Because all the current has to flow through the one set of wires, whereas on a normal radio system, each servo has its own lead, so the voltage to each servo, or the current to each servo, travels down that individual lead. So although you quite often have a single battery lead, or you can have two, it means that you've got to use much heavier wiring with the S-Bus if you're running a large model with digital servos, high torque digital servos. Look at that later on anyway. That's one of the things we're looking at. The Hitec Aurora review is done, and it's editing at the moment on my crusty old IBM computer. I must put some more coal in the boiler, it's starting to slow down. So yes, watch for that very, very shortly. And I'm reviewing again the Turnigy 9X version 2, because I did a review some time ago, but things change a bit. And there's other bits to look at with the Turnigy. So I'm going to get the Turnigy out, we'll do the ergonomics look at, and then we'll go inside, we'll take a look inside the radio and just see if they've improved on that ghastly quality control they didn't used to have. So that's about it for today's Not So Weekly news. I will get on now and start putting some of these things together, finish the documentation process with the backpack. I've got a few more boards to make up, some more circuit boards, and in fact, look at this, wouldn't you know it? I do my boards when I'm prototyping, I do them myself, etch them, because the turnaround time is just too long, and some of the stuff I bought was, oh look, some nice printed circuit board, double-sided circuit board, so that'll be used to make up some circuit boards for the prototype FPV backpacks, and it all came from China in a very short space of time. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, more videos coming up really soon on RCModelReviews. Don't forget, go to the website. Eventually it will be running much faster, it'll have more stuff on it. And to those of you who basically sent in a donation, I thank you incredibly. I shall endeavour to get an email out to each of you individually, and don't forget to put on this video whether you'd like a FPV backpack all built and ready to go with receiver, or a kit set backpack that you build yourself and is ready to go with a kit set receiver that you also build yourself. Thanks for watching, see you real soon. And for those who are interested, this is the circuit diagram provisional at this stage of the FPV backpack. You can see I use the old cathode ray tube screens because I only have one LCD and it's on my Linux box. This software runs on Windows, unfortunately, so that's the schematic. And here I am working on the circuit board layout. That looks much bigger than it really is. It's actually very tiny. That's not even provisional at this stage because I've made a couple of changes to improve the ease with which it can be put together and to reduce the size and weight.